Well, thank you, and good afternoon to everybody here. I'm Brady Husa. I'm a founder of Argis Solutions, and I'm really excited about getting a chance to talk about our technology and our company a little bit with you guys today. You can go to the next slide. So we really come down to the beginnings of what pain does it matter? We're an AR company, and what is the pain that matters with this? And so here's the reality: mistakes occur in the field when field operators don't know what they're dealing with, whether they're operations, whether they're construction, whether they're engineering. And the goal has always been to connect the field with the data in a way that they can understand it so that they can move forward and kind of be safer. This hasn't really worked out really well in the past. But now we're starting to get to the point where things are confluing together to actually solve this. And there's three real big reasons why. One, of course, is mobile devices are ubiquitous in the field anymore, whether you're, DoD or commercial or teenagers. Um, AR has matured. We're going to kind of talk about that a little bit later because that's, of course, our core technology. And of course, systems of record are now being available to be connected and used inside the field. And when you bring these things together, you can start really solving true field operations. You could go to the next slide. So to alleviate this pain, Argis has been working in R&D on this for about 6 years, and we've basically worked in that time to help de-risk AR technology by working in various industries like government, energy, and utilities. What we're going to be delivering with this is making the information accessible to field operators through augmented reality and creating the transfer vehicle of the information so that it can go both directions through dynamic data translation. And then what this culminates in is a full situational awareness that allows a reduction of duplication of effort and allows everyone to see the same data, whether you're in the field or you're in the office, empowering the field operators to really make the best decisions they can possibly make. You could go to the next slide. So it sounds like it's a theme today, and it's really exciting to see some of the technologies from some of these other founders and startups. So amazing. Anyways, we are also an AFworks phase 1 winner. And so this does give us a few different technology possibilities. Of course, if you're Air Force, we have phase 2. Yeah, an MOU and all that stuff. If you're anything else, this does provide a sole source provider option for you if you're inside the DoD, allowing you to skip the competitive bid process and go directly to our technology. And you can go to the next slide. And I don't know if you can click the video live just so that it can be running while I talk, but I'm not sure. No matter if it can't. Oh, lots of steps to that. Maybe not. That's all right. Picture a video in the bottom left corner. So where are we? What's the baseline? Well, we've already got a patented and award-winning technology called the Argis Lens. And what this does is it dynamically converts any type of spatial data into augmented reality data and displays it accurately and efficiently in the field. This can be live, this can be cached, this can go through various ways, and it works on any of the modern mobile devices, headsets to phones, right? Basically, yeah, sorry, I lost my space there for a second. Basically, it allows you to take whatever data you have and invested in and taken for the past 10, 20 years and put it into the hands of the people who really need it. And you could move on to the next slide. So the proposal, we're going to take that base and we're extending it by adding advanced spatial location. So it's going to be a more robust model there. We're going to give remote expert support, in other words, train the trainer, and then 3D model integration, so allowing you to see everything you need to see, which is much harder than you think in a mobile world with limited processors, although maybe Turing Micro can help us with that in the future. This will give you the ability to visualize your above and underground assets much more completely, take the ability to edit that information directly into the field so you can create a better system of record, a more accurate system, and then provide, of course, peer-to-peer expert advice, allowing you to train in the field where perhaps you don't always have, you might have one expert and 20 workers. You can spread that expert across, disparate spatial locations.
30 seconds. Yeah,
okay.
30 seconds.
Perfect. So return on investment, faster navigation, to areas, reduced unnecessary deployments, and basically reduce failed maintenance efforts. You can go to the next slide. In this is a very Air Force slide because we're obviously in the AFworks. Discuss funding, go to the MOU, and then really the only requirement you'd have here in Air Force is to provide feedback. And you can go to the final slide. So that's who we are. We're Argis. We patented and award-winning and got a base B2B product in place, and we're looking to kind of expand that into a more complete and production product in the industry. Thank you so much for your time, and I guess it'd be questions.
By the way, I think I saw that Catherine put the link to the video in the chat, so anybody wants to see Argis live in action can look at the link. Questions from the panelists?
So I am curious about the computing requirements, and how is it? Is this like Bluetooth to your phone, or what is the platform that you have to that's required? Like what is it? Can this run off your phone, or do you need a special, or do you provide the compute as well?
No, it can run off your phone. It can run off of pretty much any modern device. We started in 2014, so we were running on some pretty crappy phones back then. But it can be almost any modern device. And how we save some of that power is we kind of pre-cache and pre-store and pre-build some of the graphics with a cloud-based rendering engine, for lack of a better term. And so we do kind of we pre-game. Then that comes down through broadband onto your local device, and you use that. If it's cached or offline, we simply pre-do all of that. So you're sitting in your office, you turn it on, you say, I'm going to go to this area. It does all that work for you, puts the kind of the resultant effort onto your local device, and then we use that to do the visualization in the field. The other thing is we try to keep the triangle simplified for 3D rendering. That's really what kills you, is how many vertices you have. And so we try to keep that simplified. We found algorithms to help us do that so it can be faster.
So certainly the rendering, just throughput, but there's also a latency challenge. Is this Bluetooth or how, is that sufficient? Is this connected via Bluetooth, or do you have any latency? So when you shift your head, how does it track?
It's pretty much immediate. Yeah, and I understand your question now. So obviously we're using the visualization method of whatever mobile device you have, whether it's a headset or your phone. So we're showing it through the camera. So picture your camera as a lens to look at the world. And so the latency on that, we've gotten it down to where we've got what would consider almost immediate anchoring. Now, if you're looking at like a 3-year-old device, there can be a little bit of a swing impact, which I think is what you're talking about. On the modern devices like the iPad with the LiDAR, we have pretty much complete rock solid connection. It doesn't move at all. It feels like it's part of the real world. So we basically been working really hard on that, because that's what makes augmented reality believable, right?
That's right. Okay, thank you.